Hello and welcome to Hunter Things with Backiotomy. This episode will be doing commentary over a DM East jump run clear, solo as a hunter, and also into how to go back and mine that after on your other character. As you can see, I got both my characters logged into the instance. We're going to jump down right over here. Kind of keep your eyes out for the roaming treant patrols. As you can see, I just walked past that dream foil there. My hunter is not a herbalist, so that kind of puts a hamper on herbing in there. But not that big of a deal. I'm not there for herbs, I'm there for crystals. Okay, so there is a pack of treants back there that you have to avoid. But if you just stay towards the wall, you should be fine unless you're really low level, like 56. Coming into this little hallway, there's only one patrol right here, always. Then to the right where I was looking, there is another one that can pop up. But it's only every once in a while. It's not every single time you do the instance. And sometimes you get lucky. So right here is where we skip Hydra spawn. Now that is relatively straightforward. He doesn't have a crazy aggro range, so you can get by him pretty easily. And as we move up, right here, right by these ghost mushrooms, there is the second of what I would call an optional mob, as they don't spawn every time, but they do spawn. But even if you get messed up or tripped up in any reason, like I just did right there, it's not very hard to recover and do any sort of like recovery strategy to just get away, because they don't really hit very hard and they're very slow. Like, that guy was so far behind me whenever I got to that point. Now this guy right here that I'm scattershotting, he is not optional. So there's two that are not optional, they're always going to be there, and then there are two that may spawn, but they might not. So here we are at Aslan. Or I'm sorry, not Aslan, Zerun, whatever you want to call him. This boss has a mechanic called Sacrifice, and when he hits you with that, it's like a 1 second cast. You can see it being cast, but it will put you on that there podium, and you will die. So it's not really worth it to heal up or do anything super crazy. Now, if he gets close, you can go to where I just was. And see right here? Recovery strategy. If you go right there, he will always pat back. So, right here, it's just nice and easy. Don't stress out, don't panic. Just kind of one in and out. Just go to the wall. Go to the rock, go to the wall. Over and over again. If you see him cast Sacrifice, right? We're going to see it here pretty soon. Just get to the wall. As soon as you see him start to do the animation, like right there, just get to the wall. If not, you're dead. Instantly dead. There's no recovering from it. I've never survived it. It's just not going to happen. So again, you just keep it in and out, real slow, auto shot. There's a little Sacrifice, then a Serpent Sting, just keep it going. You'll get through the whole fight. Another Sacrifice. So you can see it happens so fast, and you just need to just pay attention. Always be paying attention to this fight, or you will die. You might not, you might live, but odds are good that if you're not paying attention, he will kill you, because it happens so fast. It's 1 second. But on the bright side, he doesn't have a lot of health, and I'm hitting pretty hard. I'm sure you could do this naked if you wanted to. It wouldn't pose a problem. You just have to, be good at the strat. So yeah. 21,000 health, and he goes down relatively quickly. Yeah. Just back and forth. And you can see he gets slower as he kind of gets lower in health. And that can be a problem, and it cannot be a problem, because of course you can get more hits off, but the thing is that he if he gets too close to you, it takes a little bit longer. Like you see right there how he's just kind of gradually getting closer, because he's so slow, he's moving less. So if that happens and he gets a little close, just get to the wall and then just wait until the boss kind of moves a little further away from you. He's not going to aggro those mobs in the back. He's not going to do anything like that. So as long as you just keep composed and, you know, move him and be reactive to what he's doing, you should be just fine. See, he's getting close. Shoot, he was about to cast Sacrifice right there. So now get your loops. Alright, and then give him a little teabag and head on to the next thing. So next you're going to jump down right here. As you can see, I popped the little sprout wisp thing, but you can just kind of go around it. It doesn't matter, you're level 60. It's not going to aggro. And odds are very good that that secondary pack, or that first pack that we skipped, he will not be here whenever you get here, as long as you kill him. Because you can see I killed him in about 5 minutes. So we're going to go over here, of course, skipping all the trees and talk to this big boy right here. This is normally where it would be a good time to, you know, herb, because he's going to take a minute to go down the trail here. So this would be when you would want to, you know, get all the tree packs, or not all the tree packs, but all the lasher packs and any herbs that are in the courtyard. And again, I'm sure as a hunter you can probably just do a similar strategy to, you know, a similar pet pulling strategy where you just kind of pull things and despawn your pet and just herb. But I'm not doing that. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to just skip everything and get to the door, which is right here. Don't have to worry, you don't have to rush. It's not going anywhere, and even if you did rush and you could magically get inside, as you can see coming up, there's going to be some trash that you just can't skip, so you're just going to be waiting for it anyway. So just don't rush. You don't need to. It's unnecessary. So as we get over here, you'll see I'm about to go out. I'm like, hey, but there he is. These Warpwood guys, they have an insane aggro radius. So if you just stay in the hallway, you're not going to aggro them. It's not going to be an issue. Just wait for him to pat. So you can see it's a pretty fast pat. It's not like he's going to stand around and... yeah. Okay. So from here, we're going to run across, and we're going to get on that little wall right there. This is kind of one of the reasons why I think it's called a jump run, because of that first jump and the second jump, you're doing a lot of jumping down into places that you're not getting out of. So jump down on this pillar. Actually, don't jump, just run. And get over to right here. Right here, the boss will not aggro, no matter how he is in his patrol. Even if he gets up and he goes over to his little bramble right there and does his little channel, he's not going to aggro because he can't see you. You're not in line of sight. So that can be useful in certain situations, especially if you need to reset this fight for whatever reason, because it's pretty easy to feign out and reset. And he has a lot of stuff that'll mess you up. His first ability is, I think it's called Wither. And what Wither does is it's a dot. It does like 200 nature damage per tick, and it's 20 seconds. It's insane. And he can cast it while he's moving. So like sometimes he'll just like be right there and just hit you with Wither out of nowhere. And it's like, fuck, there's nothing really you can do about it. It's just that happened at this point. But the key is just to keep him away from you until he transforms. See right here? This guy, this tree boy right here, he's got a ranged punt where he'll punch you up in the air, but it's ranged, so it's pretty crazy. I don't think there is another move like that in World of Warcraft. It's pretty OP. And then this guy, he's got low armor and a what do you want to call it? He has like a bite, but it also slows for 17 seconds, so it's pretty OP as well. As you can see, I just got hit by that wither right there. So, yeah, 131 to 161, that's a ton of damage, and it's just taking on you. So you could probably take one, but you don't want to take two unless you have some health pots and some bandages or something like that, because you can be sloppy on this fight, but you kind of have to have some sort of recovery aids or else you're gonna die. So, it's kind of random the way he transforms. So he might transform into the tree and then into the wolf, or the wolf and back into Azan's main demon form. It's just kind of a crapshoot on whether or not you're going to get what you get. So the second move that Aslan does in his demon form called Innervate. And what that does is it's a mana burn. It's a really nasty mana burn. I think I'm gonna get hit with it soon. But it will drain your mana from 100 to 0 pretty much. There's like no getting away from it. It's a pain in the ass. So pretty much with the Wither that he casts and with that mana burn, it's imperative that you keep him as far away from you as you can and as line of sighted as you can. I mean, there are going to be situations when he's coming at you where there's nothing you can do. You're just going to get hit with that Wither. But by line of sighting him on that pillar over there, you can kind of get away from it. So as you can see right here, I think I'm going to get... Nope, didn't get hit. It's coming though. So, as you can see right here, just kind of hammering on the wolf. Oh, didn't get that aim shot off, but here's Aslan right here. I think he's going to hit me with a Wither. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, there we go, Wither. Hit me with it. See, it's 9 seconds, so it's a real pain in the butt. But as you can see, the wall is opening up, and I still got Wither on me, so I could very easily die right here. So I'm getting ready with my mana pot. Didn't have to use it, but I did use the turns as a safety, and then I feigned death. So another nice thing about being a hunter and doing this, especially if you're going to get your miner, is that you can feign death, and then you can just log out. So, yeah, you're not going to pull the minions, you're not going to do any of that stuff, but you can just log out, and then log on your miner, which I'm doing right now. It'll save you a death, I feel like. So, getting over onto my warrior. Okay. And we are going to mine this instance now. Now, mining this instance can be kind of tricky, because first of all, you have to jump down twice. And also, always keep your miner outside. Never enter the dungeon first. Always just reset, always go outside, reset, and just keep them outside, no matter what. Because it'll mess up the lockout if you do it any other way. So, running down, did my little jump, running down the hall. I'm going to assume that I have to wait for that treant to come back again, whatever the crusher, or Warpwood Crusher, I think that's what it's called. So there's a special trick to being able to mine this, because those imps have an insane, crazy aggro radius that both is an advantage and a disadvantage, and in this situation we're going to use it to our advantage, because everything in this room, I don't know why they designed it to have such a crazy aggro range, but it just does. So, alright, we're running, jumping in. There's my Tauren, so I'm terrible at jumping. I don't know what it is about Tauren's hitbox, but it's a bane and a boon at the same time. See, as you can see, I'm way up here, they aggroed. So, don't try and just do that other jump right there. That other jump's dumb. Do this jump right here. It's so much safer. You don't have to worry about missing or any of that nonsense. You can focus on... You don't have to focus on it at all, really. It's just way safer, because you can see all this stuff is coming at you so fast. Bam. You jump up. You run over here. Right? And you see this little nook? Make sure you hit this nook. Hit the ground. Stay there. Just stay there until it's time. Right, you're going to see that you're going to drop combat, because this is a safe. Alright, drop combat. Now, book it up in here. As soon as you get to your first node, you're safe. Guaranteed. And that trash will reset, everything will be cool. And we're good. So, I'm going to mine my nodes. Get nothing, of course. But you know, this mine is really, or this farm is really kind of RNG dependent, because you're only gonna, you know, I mean, you could get a ton of arcane crystals, but there's been times I've gotten 4 arcane crystals from 1 node. I mean, there's times where it'll just happen, but there's also times when you will get nothing. You will literally just get nothing. It's kind of annoying. You'll just get thorium. There's been times where I've gotten 2 nodes that were both 2-hit nodes, and they're 3%. So. You know, that's just the way it goes with RNG. So if you really want a consistent farm, I would say go with the tributes. But if you're specifically looking for arcane crystals, like what I'm doing right now, and that's because I'm trying to complete my Thunder Fury, then it makes sense to just do this, and then, you know, when you log for buffs for the week for your raid, then to switch to tributes on your hunter ult. So, one key thing, when you're running through this, make it through this. Don't stop. I've seen a multi-boxer, 5 mages sitting in here. It's not worth it, because if you die in this area, you have to spirit res. There's no getting around it. You will get res sickness. There's no hiding from it. There's no surviving it. You're screwed. Alright, so we are going to hop on the mount now, and we are going to get to the instance. So, right here, I accidentally aggro this guy, so I said screw it. Do not zone into the instance. I can't say that enough. Don't zone into the instance. Just be outside. Be right here. Chill right here. Even if somebody kills you, it's not worth it. So you're going to mess up, you're going to do another loop, and then you're going to realize that your miner can't get into the dungeon. So it's like, totally not worth it. It's like, oh, I just did this whole run for 2 illusion dust. Yeah, and I'd say that pretty much covers the whole thing. I mean, it's relatively simple. So, I mean, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line, like, comment, subscribe, and I will get back at ya. Alright. Yep, PvP server. Nothing you can do about that one.